Bismillah Rahman Rahim. This is lecture number 22, and today we will cover two main topics: Department of Education in Government of Sindh and Department of Education in Government of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. First of all, we shall see that what is Department of Education in Government of Sindh. The main person which is involved in Department of Education of Government of Sindh, that is Secretary Education. In principle, its function, or you can say the function of Secretary of Education, these are same as that of Punjab and other provinces of the country has. So, however, depending upon the structure and peculiar needs and traditions of the province, the Secretary's responsibilities are someone like administrative matters. As a Chief Executive of Education Secretariat, his administrative functions that includes meeting with Deputy Secretaries, include attending the matters relating to the accounts, staff and development projects and policies. In professional matters also, that as a professional leader of directorates, board and bureaus, the Secretary holds a meeting with Director of Education, heads of boards and bureaus, principals of colleges, Vice Chancellors on issues related to academic facilities and services of the institutions. Moreover, ceremonial or political matters, as representative of the governor of the province and head of the entire education system in the province, the Secretary has the responsibilities of meetings with Governor, Chief Secretary and other secretaries, external visitors of crucial interest or to education and attending functions and ceremonies. Director of Education also like school, colleges and school education and college education. So, mainly there are two directors of education, like Director Education Schools and Director Education Colleges. So, in each province these two main persons are there, and each one of them is the administrative head of the region, and each director has the responsibilities for education dimensions and quality of primary, middle and high school education, as well as adult literacy and rural education programs. Director is also responsible to the Secretary Education and Provincial Government for overall development of school education in that region. What are the job of directors of schools? So, where does it focus? That focus on provision, promotions and maintenance of good quality school education in that region, ensuring proper development of all persons, like that may be a pupil or staff or in education and school systems and the region respective of the sex, means gender, social background of the creed, etc. Moreover, promotion of adult community literacy in the region. Overall control of the school education and college education, technical education also. General administration of services, what are the services being awarded there, and facilities for school education, and also doing supervision of personnel, instructions and facilities improvement in the school and college education. Moreover, what are the responsibility of district education officer? Within the region of district education officer is responsible for the administration of schools in the districts, and there are separate district education officers for boys and girls also, but their functions are identical, means same functions they have. The DO is about the almost focal and strategic post in respect of primary, middle and high schools education in the district. He is responsible to the Director of School Education of the region for the effective organization and demonstration of the district education officer and for development of the primary, middle and high schools in the district. In addition, the DO is responsible for supervision and control of all staff in the district, as well as for the effective utilization of resources like funds, personnel, equipment, buildings, lands, educational programs, etc. available for provided for school education in the district. As a deputy district education officers, what are his roles? Means the primary function of deputy district education officers depends on the large extent on the specific duties assigned to him or her by the DO. So there may be more than one DDO in a district. Then sub-divisional education officers, means there are number of sub-divisional education officers. They are responsible within their respective subdivisions for instructional and staff supervisions in the schools. His or her supervisory powers extend to the middle and high schools as DO directs. In addition, STO has the full responsibility for administration and management of subdivisional education officers. So the STO assists the DO in all matters pertaining to the proportion of school education in the district of which his or her subdivision is a part. Now, what is the function of Department of Education in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa? As it is in case of other provinces, the Secretary Education is the administrative head of the province educational department. This is also the same as in other provinces we have. Then regarding performance of his functions, that lie is assisted by the two additional secretaries like deputy secretaries, chief planning officers and number of section officers. The organizational chart of the Department of Education Khyber Pakhtunkhwa that shows the administrative jurisdictions and scope of the Department of Education. Now, first of all, director province, clear, in education department. So, first of all, it has DO male districts, DO female, and also then in Tehsils district to then Tehsil. In Tehsil we have STO male and STO female. Then in circle we have assistant DO male and assistant DO female, and then under circles we involve community, clear, and government girls primary schools and government primary schools also involved in that circle. Unlike Punjab and Sindh, Director of Education of School and Colleges Education, they are responsible for the organization of public instructions and their supervision in the whole province. And each of the district of Director of Education, that is head of his respective department like school education or college education, and he is responsible to the government of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa through Education Secretary. When we talk about the responsibility of Director of Education Colleges, so we can say that he is responsible for overall administrative control of the Directorate of College Education and institutions in the province. And moreover, his job is that Director is assisted by the Deputy Director of Colleges. Deputy Director of Colleges then assist him in the matters of administration and planning concerning the colleges in the province. Then comes Director of Education Schools. Now, Director of Education Schools, it is evident from the organizational chart that Directorate of Education, School Education, that has a wider jurisdiction. So, in the performance of his duty, the director is assisted by the executive district officers, education, and number of more officers. Then district education officers, they are also responsible for efficient operation of district education officer and for the success of the supervisory programs. So, their authority shall extend over the secondary schools and subdivisional education offices of the district. Moreover, the DO is responsible for effective delegation of responsibilities so that administrative duties are carried out by DDO and ADEO and ministerial staff. They pay attention to only essential paperwork, and most of the time they spend on the supervision and providing professional guidance to the teachers. The district education officer normally visits the schools for minimum 3 days out of 6 in each week, and when the schools are in operation. So, the remaining 3 days should be sufficient to attend to the duties in the office if delegation of responsibilities is effectively carried out. Then Deputy District Education Officer. Deputy District Officers plan programs for the supervision of the schools and carries out the programs in company with ADEO or along under the guidance of the DO. The DDO assists the Assistant Directors officers in the performance of their office duties. Now, this is the organization of the Directorate of Education in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Like under Director, we have 3 main personnel like Additional Director, Registrar Department of Examination and Additional Director. Then under Additional Director, we have Deputy Director Schools and Deputy Director Planning and Development. Then under Deputy Director Schools, we have Assistant Director General, Admin Officers, and again under Assistant Director General, we have Assistant Director B&A, and then Assistant Director of Physicals, Assistant Director Extensions, Assistant Director of Primary Schools, Assistant Director Audit. And under Registrar Department Education, we have Deputy Registrar, Deputy Registrar 2 and Assistant Account Officers. And under Additional Directors, we have Deputy Directors, then Deputy Directress, and also Assistant Directresses and Assistant Director Physicals also. Okay, thank you very much for attending this lecture. Keep on watching, and if still you did not subscribe, please subscribe this channel for more videos. Take care. Allah.